Now, I'm sure this video has a very YouTube title, like this video changed my life or something. I've never really been one for burying the lead, so I'm just gonna tell you what's going on. In fact, I'm sure editing Josh has made a thumbnail for this video already that gave it away anyway. But hey, either way, this is a video about how I, after 32.5 years of life, finally lost my glasses. And no, I don't mean the usual I got too slippery down at the pub and somehow lost them in my underwear drawer kind of lost them. This is for real. By the time you see this video, I will no longer have to wear glasses. For the first time in my life, forever, from here on out, I will not have to wear glasses anymore. It's gonna be a big change. Even just like saying that out loud now already gives me the tingly feeling. It's unusual. It's a big thing to take on. So because this is such a big deal for me, I did want to document it and kind of like bring you along on the journey. And also I thought people might be a little bit confused if I randomly stopped wearing goggles in my content. But more importantly, I wanted to make this video because there might be more people out there just like me who've gone almost their whole lives under the impression that their eyes just weren't fixable. And for me, it was only through someone else telling their story about how they got their eyes fixed that I discovered that it was even an option for me in the first place. So I guess this is me trying to do the same thing for someone else as they did for me, and who knows, maybe let someone else know that it might be possible for them too. I'm gonna get a procedure called ICL, which stands for Implantable Collamer Lens. And if you're a squeamish person, I'm gonna give you a heads up. Brace yourself for this next part. Essentially, what it is they're going to cut little holes in the sides of my eyes and implant new lenses, new plastic lenses in between the layers of my eyes that I have now. So I'm gonna get a new lens, a new artificial lens, and put it on the inside of my eye. Kind of like a contact lens, which I'm sure you're familiar with, you know, a lens that you stick on the outside of your eye. Same idea, but on the inside. And don't worry, I'm not gonna show you any footage of this procedure being done. You can look it up if you so desire. I wouldn't recommend it. I accidentally saw the procedure being done when I was looking up what this thing was, and that was a bad time for me. So I'm not gonna show it. Don't worry. But I will tell you, modern medicine is wizardry. It's amazing. It's actually magic. So I'm going with ICL with the new lenses. I did have some other options available to me. Obviously things like LASIK, but LASIK does have some drawbacks and a higher chance of some side effects later on in life, which ICL just has less of. So even though that would have been the cheaper option, I mean, pretty clearly, I just can't handle the idea of it. So that was never really on the table. Plus, like, you know, I've only got one set of eyes. I have to do it right the first time. I've been dealing with their bloody nonsense for so long already. I just wanted it fixed, didn't want to take any chances, do it right, measure twice, cut once, or whatever metaphor works for this way. Just do it the right way the first time. So those were the options. That's what was available to me. I called around some places and just asked some questions, told them what I wanted to do and what the situation was. And they all agreed that I was a good candidate to get ICLs. That was good. Now I know this has been a lot of just kind of talking and explanation stuff, but I had to kind of give you a little bit of background onto what we're doing because I'm filming this the day before, or well, the night before, I go and do the first part of my procedure. I'm hours away from going under the knife for the first time with this, and I'm terrified. And it's all about to become very, very real, very quickly. Deep breaths. So tomorrow's plan is I'll go into the optometry suites. I'll lie on my back. They'll paralyze my eyes, and this is going to be another warning for those of you who are squeamish, because this is not nice. Yes, they're going to paralyze my eyes, and they're going to drill two little holes, or one hole each, but one hole in each of my eyes with a laser. So yeah, this is the first phase of a biphasic, how's that for a big word? A biphasic surgery. So it's this one, and then 2 weeks from now, I'll have the big boy surgery, as I've been calling it. The one where they cut the eyes open and put the lenses in. It's only like a 3mm cut in the side of the eye, and the lens goes in and unfurls itself into the eye the way it's meant to. It's all very fascinating, very cool. But yeah, 3mm cuts in the eyes. That happens in 2 weeks. This is just like a little laser pinprick in the middle of my eye while I'm awake, looking at the laser as it happens. Yeah. This, cool. I hate things about eyes, so doing this is really making me very squeamish. It kind of scares me down to my core. But it's one of those things, right? It's the reward outweighs the risks for me. So don't think, just do. Face first, nose first, dive right in. Yeah, this is always gonna make me uncomfortable. I'm not okay with this, but gotta be brave. Deep breaths, be brave. So yeah, that's it. I'm off to go get procedure number 1, and I guess I'll see you on the other side. Let's do it. Okay, so things didn't go especially according to plan. When I left off, when I last saw you, I was going in the next day to get the first step of the procedure done, and then that didn't happen. So now it's about a month and a bit later from then. Just like things keep expanding longer and longer. Must be nice. So I had some delays. That's okay. These things happen. Yeah, it was frustrating, but you can't really do anything about it, so you just gotta kind of roll with it anyway. But as I sit here now, it's been a couple of days after that first procedure. So at the moment, I have 4 holes laser drilled into my eyes, 2 in each eye, which is a whole thing. I'm not sure if I explained it properly in the first part of this video. I tell you, editing Josh has got a lot of work to do. I have no idea how this video is going to be put together. Good luck, future me. I hope you figure it out.
Oh yeah, no, cheers, mate.
But basically, these holes were drilled into my eyes to vent the pressure from inside my eye. So obviously at the moment, there's nothing inside my eye, as is normal. So there's a certain pressure in there, as it's supposed to be. But because we're inserting something new, we're increasing the amount of stuff inside my eye, the pressure's got to go up, so that pressure needs somewhere to go. So that's why there's vent holes drilled into my eye now, so that pressure can escape, and no damage is done to my eye, hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's why they're there, but I gotta tell ya, it sucks. So the laser procedure itself, I could try and be brave and like, it was no small thing, barely even noticed it. No, it was bad. Before he started lasering my eyes, I was sitting in the chair and I'm like looking at the thing and I'm like, hey, listen, before this starts, just like be honest with me, what's this gonna feel like? Like, how am I going to experience this? What am I about to experience? And he looks at me and he goes, oh, it's just a pinprick. And I'm like, mate, a pinprick in my eye. He goes, well, yeah. Sick, mate. Great. Okay. Love that for me. It's not too inaccurate from what it felt like. It was kind of like someone like pushing on my eye with not the sharp end of a pencil, but like the other end of a pencil. So like it's pressure, but it's also like a little sharp, like a little burning sensation. Not my favorite thing. And I will tell you, so obviously 2 eyes, I had to go through it twice. I passed out after the first eye, and I could try and be like, oh, super manly. I'm like, nah, I never passed out. No. I did. I flopped. I was on the floor. At one point, I was sitting in the chair. I looked at him and I go, I'm not feeling great. And then the next thing I know, I'm lying on the floor with my feet up on the chair, realizing I'm not where I was 5 seconds ago. No idea how long I was out for, but I dropped. This is a relatively new thing for me. It's now happened 3 times. Once I caught myself, and the other 2 times, no, I did drop. So I was curious as to why this happens to me. It's a vasovagal syncope. Vasovagal response. I don't know. Basically, my body, true to form for me, overreacts a lot. It's a super overreaction, and it opens all of my my capillaries, my veins, like all of my my blood system just opens. So all of the blood that's normally in my brain, not much of it, I know, but all the blood's normally up here just leaves, just goes to my feet basically. So I just am gone. I'm gone straight away. So that happened. Apparently, according to him, he might have just been saying this to make me feel better, don't know, but apparently it's like a 50-50 shot, specifically for guys, whether or not this happens. Didn't know that before I was going in, did know that I'm prone to it now. So apparently 50-50 shot, I was on the wrong side of that 50. So then I woke up on the floor and had to kind of like get myself together again. And now knowing what it feels like, knowing what just happened to me, and now being aware of everything that happened on one eye, I had to get back up, get back in the chair, and have it all happen again on the other eye. That wasn't great. I was not having a good time. But no, on the other eye, it was exactly the same as the first one, but I felt the vasovagal response. There we go. Look at me using big words. I felt the response coming. I warned him a little bit earlier, and he managed to get it done before I was out. We'd finished the first eye before I passed out as well, but we knew what was happening the second time around, and I didn't pass out the second time around. So pat on the back. Good job, me. Super brave. I'm a very brave boy. My mum was very proud of me when I told her about it several days later. Did manage to get through without passing out again, which I'm going to count as a win. So that was that. It didn't take long. It was maybe only like an hour or so at the optometrist or the clinic. I don't actually know what the clinic is called. I just always call anything to do with eyes optometrists. So about an hour there. But since then, I've had to put, now I don't like eye drops, but I've had to put eye drops in my eyes about every 4 to 5 hours for the last week. It's about a week after post-op now, so I've been putting eye drops in my eyes every few hours consistently, and the eye drops sting really bloody bad. So I've been having a whole time. Turns out getting holes drilled in your eyes is not particularly pleasant. Who would have guessed that? So all of that though has been leading up to tomorrow. So this is the last day. Okay, no, I was about to brush over this, but I'd probably actually give it the weight that it deserves. Today is the last day. Today is my very last day wearing glasses for hopefully the rest of my life. I've worn glasses since I was 2. And so for the last 30 years of my life, I have been looking at life through these until tomorrow. So this is the last time, this is my last day. My last day with goggles on, which is a weird feeling. I mean, I know this is a big deal. In fairness, I've been doing a very good job trying not to think about the surgery that's happening tomorrow. But yeah, I just realized this in real time. This is my very last day. The end of the era. The end of this part of my life the only part of my life that I've known. Whew, yeah, all right. Sick. So tomorrow I go in to a different clinic. I go under anesthesia. I thought I was going to be awake for it. I don't know if I'm going to be twilighted or fully out. I'm really hoping I'm fully out. Initially, I was expecting to be coherent and conscious during this while they cut open my eye. I'm very, very glad that is not the case. So that's good news. And I was prepared to do this being able to being conscious for it. I'm very glad I don't have to do that now. So I'll go in tomorrow, I'll get knocked out, I'll do something, and I'll wake up, and that'll be it. And then it's going to be about a week long of recovery. I've already filmed a whole bunch of videos ahead of time, so from your perspective, there should have been a video yesterday and probably a video tomorrow as well. I haven't filmed one tomorrow, obviously, yet, but as I've filmed as much videos as I can ahead, so there shouldn't be any disruption in that kind of stuff, so I can have a full week off with no work, no looking at screens, no doing anything. I'm just gonna sit and stare at the ceiling and do nothing for a week straight, and I might go insane. that might be worse than the eye drops. So I guess that's it. That's all I can update you with for the moment. That's all there is to talk about. I gotta get some things wrapped up and get myself prepped, I suppose. It's gonna be a big day tomorrow. I might actually need to sleep before this. I need to try and sleep. Who knows what tomorrow's gonna be like, hey? I don't know. Or you guys are gonna find out right now, but I'm about to go through a very questionable week, I think is gonna be the next part of my life. But who knows? I guess I'll see you on the other side. All right. See you soon. It's weird, you know, I've been in front of a camera for a lot of my life at this point. But this is actually kind of nerve-wracking. This is important. This is like a first impression. First impressions matter. It's like a face reveal. And unfortunately, I didn't have any paper plates to go and tape to my face and do some weird dramatic pull away. So hopefully editing Josh can come up with something, because hey, g'day. This is me now. This is me. The surgery was a success. I mean, clearly, because I'm here and well, you can't tell that I can see, but I promise you I can actually see. I no longer have to wear glasses anymore, which is a pretty wild thing to say. So it's all done. It's all dusted. It's been about a week, so 6 days, 7 days, whatever it is. About a week since I saw you last, which by the way, it was kind of funny to me when I was going through and putting all the pieces together, like all the footage I've shot over the last few months for this. I was wearing the same shirt last week as I was like 2 months ago before the first surgery. So apparently that one just caught my eye before each time I sat down and filmed those things. I enjoy when things line up like that. But yeah, so it's now been a week since I saw you last. I've gone through the surgery. Everything went incredibly well. I was terrified about going in. Turns out I was not awake at all. I was lying in the gurney in like the prep room. I had my IV and I was talking to the anesthetist. Oh, damn it. The anesthetist. Oh, I should go over that word. That bloody word. Who puts S's and THs together? It's bloody silly. Anyway, I was chatting to the anesthetist and he goes, okay, I'm going to give you some whiskey right now. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, here we go. I didn't think I could have any alcohol before a surgery, but all right, look there. And I was gone. Then I woke up from there in the OR and I kind of had this this flood of relief of like, oh no, I'm unconscious for this. Great. Until that moment, I had no idea, because like, you know, like doctors talk in doctor speak, not in like brutal speak. I was gonna say layman's terms, but like another level below that again. They were telling me you're under local anesthetic. Local anesthetic, okay, that's great. To me, local anesthetic is like a nerve blocker or something, right? Like when you get like dental work done, they do like a nerve blocker. Like it just like makes an area of your body numb rather than putting you into Narnia, basically. I wanted to be in Narnia. I wanted to be inside a wardrobe, inside Narnia. I wanted to be like several levels deep, like Inception. But they were just like, it's local. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be awake. No, that was just my misunderstanding. I was gone. So when I woke up for a moment in the ER, because, not the ER, jeez, in the OR, because they wanted to ask me to like move my eyes and stuff like that, I realized that I'd already gone through most of it and I hadn't remembered a thing. So that was really great. Then I was knocked out again. And the next thing I remember is I woke up in recovery and I'm kind of sitting there and I'm looking at the wall and all I can see is a clock. This cheap, shitty, like $3 Kmart job up on the wall, and it said 10:30, and that is the very first thing that I've ever seen in my life, well, since I was like 2 years old, the very first thing that I've ever seen without glasses on or contact lenses, without having to have some sort of visual help, some visual aid. That is the first thing that I've ever seen ever. And that is the most beautiful clock I've ever seen in my life. I took a photo of it. I was like, this is my clock. This is my favorite clock. I remember it said 10:30, and I remember being able to like read the numbers, and I was like, holy shit, I can see stuff. I can read the numbers. It's crazy, wild times. But yeah, after all of that carrying on, after me carrying on like a pork chop over all these weeks, it was a bit of a damn squid, bit of a non-event in the end. I woke up, I had to stay in there for a little while while they did tests and things and check the pressures of my eyes. I did have to take some drops at the time to try and like balance out the pressures a bit, but nothing too drastic. They sent me home and I went straight to bed and I slept for like 18 hours. And then that's really about it. From here on out though, for the next, or last couple of days, I have to take 4 drops, so 2 in each eye, 4 drops every 4 or 5 hours for a week, so that's about to finish, and then 2 drops, 1 in each eye, for a month going forward, every 4 or 5 hours. And I still absolutely hate eye drops. And I don't know who decided it was a good idea to connect eyes with the back of your throats. I don't know why there's a passage linking the two, but let me tell ya, eye drops taste horrendous. And because it's at the back of your throat, you can't like eat or drink anything to kind of mask the taste either. It's just, I can't even describe it. If you've ever experienced this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it is horrendous. It's like I've bitten into a very moldy mandarin and I cannot shake that taste. It's awful. That said though, small price to pay. Small price to pay to be able to see. I can now see. I've done 1 vision test since that day. It was actually the next day, so less than 24 hours after the surgery, about 12 hours after the surgery. Wait, no, that's not right. No, about 24 hours after the surgery. I'm all scrambled. I'm just too excited. About 24 hours after the surgery, I went and did a vision test, and I got 20/20 on that day. So one day after I got 20/20 vision, and since then, every day my vision gets better and better and better as time goes on. So when I go back and get another checkup in a couple weeks from now, hopefully it'll be even better again. But I can already tell you that it is definitely better again, because I am like swimming in experiences. Everything I've ever gone through before, I get to experience again. I get to watch things and see things again for the first time again, because actually, hang on a second. Because after spending so long, look at it. This was me. This was me for so long. This was my entire life. This thing right here. These magnify the world. My peripheral vision was dog water. But now, absolute Coke bottles on these things too. But now I have peripheral vision. I can see detail. There's no fingerprints in front of my eyes or scratched lenses or whatever. So I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time doing absolutely nothing and just looking at shit. Everything is so fascinating now. It's like I'm 6 years old. Now I have the visual temperament to match my maturity level. I'm regressing. Day by day, I'm regressing. Actually, speaking of the old goggles, I was getting dressed this morning, which I did all by myself. My mum is very proud of me. I was getting dressed this morning and I found this. I found like one of the very, very first JaWoodle flippin' glasses silhouette shirts from so long ago, and clearly it's been so long because it has definitely seen some better days. It's not a lot left stuck to the shirt anymore, but I thought it was kind of poetic that sitting down to record this today, I was like, oh, it's the shirt, it's the silhouette, it's the thing. Not a thing anymore. Not a thing I have to do anymore. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I could get some like fake lenses put in. I might do, who knows? I have options now. I can make decisions for myself. I'm not locked into shit. It's good. Actually, speaking of my mum, I was chatting to her about all this. Obviously, this is a big deal for her as well, and like my parents, my family. It's been a whole thing for everyone. She sent me a photo that she found the other day in the lead up to the surgery. She sent me this photo. Can I get this to work? No, sick. Great demonstration. Hey, editing Josh, can you do something with that, please? She sent me that photo of little me. I don't know how old I am there, but I'm young. Young enough to still have blonde, straight hair from who bloody knows when, but that's probably like, what, like 3 or 4 years old? Somewhere around there. Like, I like that photo because it really kind of put like a bookend of just how this has been all that I've known forever. I don't have any memories from before I had glasses. So this has just been my whole life. And there are so many habits that I've had to try and get rid of. So far, there has been twice, 2 days where I've woke up in the morning and reached over the bedside table to try and grab my glasses for the day. It's something I've done every day of my life, tens of thousands of times. Is that, yeah, around 10,000 times? I don't know how many days 30 years goes into, whatever. Someone who's smarter than me do math, please. I don't have glasses anymore, so I can't do math. But 2 days so far, I've reached over to grab my glasses and obviously found nothing and had that moment of like, oh, that's not a thing I have to do anymore. That's no longer a step, a process of my day. Twice I've done that. One time when I've gone to bed, I've reached up and like touched my temples to take off my glasses. At the end of the day, I've reached up to take them off and put them aside. Also a thing I no longer have to do. I can lie on my side and look at my phone. I can wake up and look at stuff. I can watch TV in bed and go straight to sleep with the TV still on and run up my power bill. It's so good. I'm so excited to spend so much money on electricity because I'll fall asleep with everything still on. It's going to be great. I love that. Actually, speaking of that shirt and things being like kind of poetic and having bookends and stuff, so I had the surgery on the 4th of April, 2025. So on the 4th of April was when I actually went in, which is a significant date because on the 4th of April, 1,000 years ago, 9 years ago, the 4th of April was the day that I uploaded my very first video to YouTube. And I remember that because I was all set up to do it on the 1st of April. And I thought, you know what's a bad idea? Having an anniversary being on April Fool's Day. So I decided not to do that, delayed a couple days. So the 4th of April, which was a Monday, was the first day that I uploaded anything to YouTube. It was the first JaWoodle video that ever went out. And then 9 years later, to the day, we start the second phase, the second era of JaWoodle. No, never mind. No, we're not doing that one. JaWoodle 2 Electric Woodaloo. We start the second phase of that, which is this. It's gonna be good. Could only go up from here, right? No, I'm all smiles. I'm very happy. Although the only downside is now I'm gonna have to make sure I somehow sleep more than never because I no longer have thick, juicy frames to block out the bags under my eyes. So if I'm knackered, you're gonna know about it because I have no disguise anymore. I've been un-Clark Kented. That's been my journey through getting ICL surgery. It has been a journey. I will not lie to you, it has not been pleasant at every step. There has definitely been some days where I've hated what I was going through, but clearly, how can you ever like on a pros and cons list, you could have a cons list 8 miles long, but if the con is if the pro rather is I get to see, no brainer. And it's so clearly the right thing for me to do. It's something that I've literally dreamed about for my entire life. I used to, like when I was a little kid, when I first got glasses, I used to wake up in the morning and keep my eyes closed for a little bit just to like give my body time to maybe today's the day. Maybe today is the day I'll open my eyes and I'll be able to see stuff. Clearly didn't happen, but now I can. Modern medicine is actually magic. It's actual wizardry. The fact that someone could go in, cut open my eyes and put things in there to make them work again. Incredible. I like that man an awful lot, and I'm going to buy him so many beers when I have any money again. Don't have any anymore, that's for damn sure. But like, listen, would I do it again? Absolutely. Really, the worst that happened, like the worst kind of side effect of all of this, it's the worst days, it just felt like I had like basically 2 black eyes. Have you ever had a black eye before? You know, like that bruised, swollen soreness around your eye rather than the eye itself? I felt like I had black eyes, but above, like my eyebrows were bruised, which wasn't super pleasant, but not that big of a deal as long as I didn't touch anything. From wearing contact lenses, I have a real bad habit of like just rubbing my eyes to kind of like reset the contact lens to give me like clearer vision, because that was the thing I had to do. If my contact lens kind of like rotated or just a little bit out of position, I'd like rub my eyes to reset it, and that would give me clearer vision for a couple of minutes. Just things that I picked up over the years to be able to see that I no longer have to do. So I have this habit now of like rubbing my eyes, and pretty vigorously as well. But I can't do that. So for like a week, I've been fighting these habits, which I'm hopefully starting to get over a little bit. And now, life can start getting back to normal. Obviously, I haven't filmed anything in a week. After this, I'm about to go film for you what will be tomorrow's episode. Get back to recording videos, activities. You know, I've been sitting on a couch or lying in bed doing absolutely nothing for a week. So I've got a little bit insane, which from where my starting point was not a great thing for anyone, but that's something I have to deal with. But yeah, that was the worst of it. Just like that bruising, that was really, in fairness, that was really the worst thing. And the gross tasting eye drops. Can't forget those. That's equal. They taste so bad. Thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me. If you are someone who's considering getting ICL or LASIK or something, I'm very clearly not a medical professional. Please do not take my word as sacrosanct. Please talk to someone who knows what they were doing. But that has been my experience going through it, kind of step by step. My reservations, the wins, the losses, not the losses very many. Because, I mean, listen, you look so much further away now. You look so much further away than you used to because nothing's magnified anymore. But I am so thrilled that I finally get to, live in a way that everyone else does. I finally get to experience what everyone else has experienced for their entire lives and just be able to see stuff. Yeah, feels good. Feels good. I'm gonna go for so many drives in the Supra because I get to experience that for the first time again as well. I get to go do everything again for the first time again, which is going to be a very exciting time of my life. The next month or so of my life is going to be a roller coaster, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it. So thank you for joining me on the journey. I hope it was enlightening. I hope it was exciting. I hope you enjoy. I hope you approve of the new Woodle. I don't really care if you don't, really, because this is definitely a thing for me and no one else. So I'm stoked about it. But I hope you are too, because you know what? this just opens the door to so many more things. We've got the charity stream coming up in the middle of the year, which is gonna be bigger and better than ever. Stoked about that one, which if you haven't heard about that, oh boy, do I have some news for you. There'll be posts about that and stuff leading up to it, but it's gonna be absolutely massive. We've got like drum stream coming up. We've got a bunch of redeems from the last charity streams I've got to do. But this has really opened the door to just so many more things. So many more things. So yeah, so I'm gonna go look at things, look out the window, stare at a tree, and just smile at it because why bloody not? And just enjoy life to the max going forward. Stoked, absolutely stoked. I'm not gonna stop smiling for so long. This is just gonna be me now, just smiles all the time, all the bloody time. I'm gonna have to go and leave this update vlog, this video that changed my life, which is absolutely gonna have to be the cringy title. I do not care of this video. Fight me. I'll be able to see you coming this time, so I might stand a chance. I'm gonna leave it here, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Do I do the outro? Nah. Hey, you know what? Don't need it. Don't need it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.